Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm so happy, and I want to welcome everybody that is logging in to be with the Love Witch Live. That's me, Diana Palm. I usually introduce myself as a love attraction specialist, but I've come to be known as a love witch because I'm very, very good at helping people to clear their love blocks and manifest love. So when I help people manifest love, I'm very interested in helping them find their highest potential soulmate rather than just anybody, because we've all had karmic soulmates. And I want to help people get beyond the karma and beyond the patterns and their limits and blocks. So today I'm just going to talk to you guys and answer a bunch of your questions. I get so many questions on YouTube and through Instagram and Facebook. And sometimes it's very overwhelming to try to respond to everybody. So I'm going to be doing these lives more often so that you could log in and I can answer your questions for you directly. Today, we're going to I'm going to lay out the platform for you a little bit. What we have today is I'm going to be discussing love and the afterlife. So you can ask me any questions you want to about love and the afterlife. But keep in mind that I will not be doing personal readings. Those are available through private sessions on my website at dianapalm.com. But we will be discussing all kinds of stuff to help you raise your love vibration, increase your attraction, attract the love of your life. If you've got questions about a loved one of yours that has passed or what happens to them without going into particular personal messages, I'm super happy to answer that. I've been working with the spirit world my entire life. I am a natural medium, I'm a healer, and this is what I do full time. You'll see behind me, I've got a couple books here. My books are published by Llewellyn. I have Setting Spirits Free. If you're interested in learning more directly about the spirit world, how to get your own connection with the spirit world, how to cross over ghosts, how to heal haunted places, that will all be in Setting Spirits Free. I also have another book called Mediumship Scrying and Transfiguration for Beginners, and that will teach you to have what I have, which is spiritual vision. It will actually teach you how to see spirits with these eyes so that you can see your loved ones again in heaven, and so that you can have discernment if you're having spiritual things happening around you, that you'll be able to develop your spiritual sight and be able to see what those spiritual beings are, who they are, and what their messages are for you. So both of those books are available on Amazon. I also have a link for them right on my website at dianapalm.com. And if you have more questions about that, please send it to me right here in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and start by pulling a card for you out of my daughter and our personal deck. And I do sell these on my website. Again, these are very special cards. They're near and dear to our heart. My daughter was a teenager and she painted all of the images on these cards. I've got some upside down, but they're all very unique. They're very personal. They're called spiritual anatomy divination cards. They're so amazing. They have very, very spiritual meaning. Plus, they've all been infused with healing energy. And what I'm going to do is select one for us today to kind of give us some guidance on where to direct the topic of conversation today. So you can see a whole bunch of these cards. The back, I love the artwork on these. She's quite an artist. She's a medium too and does healing work. So we've always worked together as a team. So she and I made these cards, and go ahead and select one right now. Let's see what we'll talk about and see what Spirit has in mind for us. I'm just going to pick one card. Okay. Journey. Okay, so you can see this card. I'll try to get it out of the glare. There we go. So this card is all about you taking a personal journey. This is a really important card because sometimes we actually journey within ourselves. We can journey deeper into a relationship, or for many, many of you, it's an actual physical journey. You're taking a trip somewhere. And when you get this card, it means that it's going to probably be very spontaneous and that you'll get funds to you from very unexpected sources, which will enable you to travel. So a lot of you will actually be doing this and traveling somewhere special. Now you have to know that this trip, if it comes up for you, if you're one of the people getting on a plane right now to go somewhere or taking a long car trip spontaneously, this trip is part of your divine path. Some of the things that you will experience and learn on this trip are really, really important and part of your spiritual development and growth. So make sure that you stay open and flexible if this occurs for you. And keep in mind that even if you just intend it, that money can come in and you'll know directly where to go. So don't be afraid to travel right now. I myself am going to be going to Virginia next week, and I'm going to be seeing some very good friends of mine, Tony and David in Virginia. I'm also going to be seeing some old friends from Minnesota that we used to do a lot of paranormal work together. They're out in Virginia, and we're going to go to an amazingly haunted place on a Civil War battlefield, and I can't wait to go there and also reunite with that friendship. So I'm also going to try to squeeze in my parents who are very close to them. So it's going to be kind of a busy week for me. So next week I won't be on live, but I will be back the following week. So if you want to see more of this, let me know in the chats. And I'll definitely be doing this more often and more regularly for you. Okay, so let's talk about journey. Who's going on a journey? I see lots of people in the chat room. Has anybody decided to take a journey, or is your journey inward? What's going on in your lives right now? Oh, let's see. So I do have some questions. You know what? I want to thank some of you guys for logging on too. I have quite a large following that asks me about pet loss. And if you don't already know, I have a pet loss support group that's free and it's on Facebook. I have the link below this video, and it should be below all my videos. Please hit that link and join the free Facebook group. It's just a beautiful community of people where you can support each other. And it's just a very loving group. I also have very strict guidelines. There's no advertising in there. People are not allowed to solicit. So people are really, really good about reporting if somebody slips through the wire and starts behaving that way. This is a group for you, and it's solely run by you, for you, by other people that love and lost their pets. So please check out that link below this video and join that community so that you can really get more support. I have found that so many of us don't really get support from our loved ones when we lose a pet because they seem to think that it's less important or less difficult. But our pets are family members, and our pets are really, really important to us. So I would like to tell you, for those of you that are missing pets right now, the second your pet passes, and it doesn't matter if it's an actual illness, if it's an accident, a disease, a long troublesome like health condition, the second they pass, they're in heaven, they're in pet heaven. They literally have no in-between spaces like humans do. Humans can get stuck as ghosts. Animals cannot. Animals go directly into spirit. They are directly in pet heaven, which is beautiful. Every time I connect with a pet there, I see them young and healthy, vibrant, playing with other animals. But that does not mean that they're not with you as well. See, once they've gone into pet heaven, they can still visit you and be around you and watch over you. In fact, they're so committed to loving you and guiding you that they stay around you as often as possible. And you may experience this by actually feeling, sensing, smelling, hearing, all these different senses. You can have your pet with you still, even in spirit. And you're not keeping them back from anything. They're peaceful, they're well, but they do like to let you know that they're still around. So I've actually had cats in spirit snuggle with me, and you can literally feel their little body press down on the bed and lay on your feet just like they did when they were alive. I've seen them with my physical eyes because I have that spiritual vision that I've developed. Well, I guess I had it, and then I developed it further. So you can learn that in my mediumship scrying in Transfiguration book to get the sight for seeing spirit. I have seen them. I've seen lots of spirit animals just walking around, and they're not lost. That's the most important thing I want you to know. They're never lost, and they're never in pain. But they do worry about you. They want their owners and their families to be okay. and they want to see that you're healing and that you're still loving. So I always tell my people that have lost animals, one of the best things you can actually do is to adopt a new baby. And it does not mean that you're replacing anybody. Your pet in heaven supports this. Your pet in heaven wants to see that you're giving all that love to somebody else in need. And we all know how many pets are out there that need good homes. So if you have a broken heart right now because you lost a pet, please consider bringing a new baby into your home. They also have divine timing to come into your home when you're in grief. So it's kind of like an agreement that you've made with this pet in advance, and your dog or cat or your animal spirit that has already passed, they will help you and direct you to finding the right animal for you and your home. So should we take some questions, Lonnie?
Sure.
Okay. Sure. So my daughter's here with me. She's helping out in the chat room. So
let's see. We had a few questions before. We had a couple people asking about their pets. So let's
okay.
Talking about that. Wonderful. All right. We have somebody saying, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but it appears that they lost their grandmother, and they're wondering if she also met those people that she never met when she was here.
Okay, so yes. So thank you for all your questions, everyone. We'll try to answer as many as possible without going into direct reading. Yes, when your loved ones pass, they actually are reunited by all their loved ones, even when they did not meet them. So, and it's quite possible that you in this lifetime can have one of your ancestors as a spirit guide to you, even if you never met them. It's very likely you have a great grandparent with you, or great great grandparent, or great aunt or uncle. Many generations back actually continue to stay very focused on their DNA and family lineage. So it's really good to know that we not only do we have spirit guides, tons of spirit guides, we have a huge spirit support team. We have our own independent guardian angels, at least 2 per person, sometimes more. We can call in extra angels at any time. Plus, we have our ancestor spirits who have decided to literally stay with us as a guardian spirit. So they're not quite an angel, but they do operate much like one, where you can call upon them. They can help you with things, and they continue to watch over you. They're very invested, actually, in you having the best life possible. They're very invested in you kind of advancing the family line and healing what needs to be healed, or creating a big, beautiful, abundant life full of love. They want this for you. They're like your best cheerleaders. So do know that your ancestors stay with you. And when you pass, or somebody was asking about their grandmother, yes, she will see all her relatives. Everyone will see all their relatives, and sometimes meet for the first time on the other side. So let's see here. We got a bunch of questions.
Lots of questions here. Let's see.
Oh yeah, the Rainbow Bridge. So Rachel, we got Rachel, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. I'm trying to read the names. I might have to put on my glasses because it's so little. The words are so little.
Tracy's journey is quitting smoking. That's quite a journey.
That's awesome. Hey, good for you. Good for you.
Rainbow Bridge, that's good. Very, very good.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, so let's talk more about journey. I like what Tracy just said about having a journey of improving something for herself, journey towards better health. Journey can mean so many things. How many of you want to journey deeper into love, into your relationship, and into romance, or into just more depth with your partner, into really exploring like how amazing can this relationship be, or how amazing can my relationship be that I'm currently manifesting, right? Because it's all a journey. We're continuing to grow and learn all the time. In fact, I also have, I almost forgot, Lenny. We also have this very, very special little charm bag. Yeah, it's just tiny, and it's got It's jam-packed full of some very special and very magical ingredients for you. We're going to do a drawing. So if you're interested in being in the drawing today for today's Love Charm giveaway, give me a heart in the comments. And Lonnie's going to randomly select somebody to mail this to. So this is very, very potent. My daughter and I both infused this with ability to attract and draw in love. It has a really cute, tiny little rose quartz heart. It's got a little miniature rose, calendula. It's got pink rice. It's got lavender buds, and a whole bunch of stuff is in there that's particularly for drawing in love and a soulmate energy. Also, some little charms on the bag. But mostly, aside from this already being very, very potent, my daughter and I have infused it with our own energy to help it draw in specific love for you. So this is a really, really sweet little charm bag. It's very potent. And what I advise people to do is like put it under your pillow, carry it in your purse. It's nice and tiny, so you can put it in a pocket even.
I keep mine in my car.
Yeah, Lonnie keeps hers in her car. And actually, right after you helped me make these, you manifested your boyfriend.
I did. Yeah. Which is weird because he lives in California. We met randomly. That's the thing about, the universe and how that works. Like sometimes things just kind of align and you don't know where you're going to meet somebody and you can't plan it, but it literally kind of just happens.
Yes.
So you never know. So honestly, these things are great because they're like magnets. They really, really magnetize soulmates to you, essentially, people that you need to learn and grow and I guess connect with. Yeah.
And so much of it is actually being ready for the energy of love, being open to it, being open to this energy and this flow in your life. And so I'm seeing some hearts. Good. Everyone give us hearts if you want to be in the drawing. Before we get done today, Lonnie's going to select someone's name and we're going to get this out in the mail for you. So you'll have to stay tuned to make sure that she can get your address for mailing as well. We're just going to give one away today. Okay. So just give me your heart below if you're interested in receiving this. So I do like to talk about journeying into love because all relationships teach us. And I do have a lot of information on my channel about soulmate attraction and how to get the highest potential soulmate. And what you want to do for that is really come at it with your highest. I can't stress how often I have clients that are like, oh, I'm broken and I don't have a job, but I want somebody to bring everything to me. And sometimes what they get is somebody that looks like they have everything and then they find out they really don't, because the law of the universe, it cannot be tricked. We're always attracting to us our same similar energy. So it's really important to not run from yourself and to be able to look at yourself honestly and take proactive steps that are good for you so that you know and you can guarantee that the people you're attracting into your life are also taking those positive steps in their life, that they're able to create financial stability, that they're open and expressive emotionally, that they're really compatible and really ready to love. So showing up that way actually guarantees that you draw in from the universe the same type of energy. Okay, so let's see. We got a whole bunch of questions here. Okay.
So
what do we got, Lon?
It looks like we have a question here.
Okay.
The last time her grandmother visited her was the day of her funeral, but she has not gotten another visitation.
Oh, okay.
So she was wondering why she wasn't getting any more visits.
Okay, so and can you guys let me know if you can hear Lonnie when she's talking, because she's reading some of the questions aloud to me.
I can speak louder if I need to.
Yeah, just give me a yes if you guys can hear when she's talking. Otherwise, I'll repeat the questions after she's asked them. Anyways, yeah, so the question was about getting afterlife visits immediately after somebody passes and then kind of having a lull. We are not getting those. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Maria. Not getting a lull, like not getting continued interaction with a loved one in spirit. So what I want to let you know is that it's actually, they are still very much around you. They are always aware of what's going on in your life, but they do observe your free will, just like the angels do. They really can't intervene or interact too much unless you really, really need them or ask them to show up for you. So if you haven't been asking, make sure you do. And it's important to know that you're not pulling them away from anything that's more important. First of all, Nothing's more important than you. But once your loved one is in spirit, they can literally be with you and every other family member at the same time. So don't feel like you're consuming all their time by yourself, or that they may have to do too many jobs or duties on the other side. Their spiritual energy can be split. They can go in all places at once. So just understand that you can ask them every single day to be with you, to help you, to guide you, to help you with better jobs, to help you find your soulmate. You can ask them from the spirit world to show up to you in a dream, which is actually the most common afterlife visit, where they appear to you in a dream and can communicate with you and heal with you and help you heal, but also give you life advice. And it's really great to have those dream visits. So I tell you, dear, to like, ask your grandma to come and visit you again. Ask her for some signs. Ask her for a dream visit. It's up to her what she's able to do to produce energy for you that you will recognize and know that she's around. But once you've asked, expect and start looking. I do have some great videos on this for looking for signs and symbols, what those could possibly be for you. I've got pennies from heaven. I also have a meditation to help you get better connection with the spirit world. It'll guide you through it so that you know how to get your brain into a more receptive state, that you can actually perceive spirit communication better. So check out some of those videos. I have my Afterlife playlist on my main page of my my channel here. So look down at my main YouTube channel and look for that playlist on Afterlife communication. Okay.
I'll go ahead and link that too for you guys if you want to see more videos about that.
Thank you. Lonnie's going to link that for you. Okay. Okay. So Cassandra just said that her dog Mario just died. Very sorry for your loss. You know, so many people are losing pets this year, and I mean, no more than usual, but what makes it more difficult is because of COVID, that people aren't often able to go in and be with their pet, to comfort them and have those last moments with their pet. And so that actually creates more burden in the heart, because we're not able to at least go through the process. It seems unfinished. So I just want to send healing to everybody also that's been going through this, whether it was a loved one, a family member, or a pet. If you've lost somebody this past year during COVID and you weren't able to be there, know that there's been a shift kind of in what's been going on. Your loved ones in heaven know this, even the pets, okay? They do not feel abandoned. They're full aware that selecting to leave the earth during this time, they understood that there were going to be some different circumstances, and they have come to you even quicker to help you recover and heal, because that they know that this is more traumatic than usual. So a lot of people that are experiencing losses during this year, during COVID, you will actually be more in tune with your loved one in heaven, because they know that there's extra need for them to come through to help you heal. So please do pay attention to the signs and symbols. Ask your pets to come and visit you. Ask to see them okay. Ask for that dream visit. Yeah, it's unlimited what they can do, but I do have some videos on what pets do also. I have a video on pet visits in the afterlife, or pet visits after death, and it kind of lists the top 10 ways that your pet will visit you and let you know that they're with you. So you can check that out if you want to kind of pay attention to those types of signs that your animals and pets will give you. Okay, so let's see what else we've got.
Oh, I wish there were visiting hours in heaven.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I know, that's a really good point. And I feel like the more that you actually develop spiritually, it does feel like there are visiting hours in heaven. It feels like it's all here right now. And that has to be my favorite thing about having spiritual vision and being a medium and a healer, is that I haven't felt alone for many years. And I know how to make contact with my closest loved ones. I know I can ask them for help, or if I'm struggling with something, I always ask the angels, But I also have loved ones on the other side that were really, really close to me. And I can ask them, like my little sister, I'll ask her for help with things. And I've actually gotten pictures of her. I have her voice on a recording. I feel her in spirit. I can feel her touch. I have dream visits of her. And so the more you're open and receptive, the more you can actually stay in contact with your loved ones in heaven, which was one of the reasons I actually decided to really delve into my own mediumship. Even though it came natural to me and things were happening and all the houses I lived in were haunted, I didn't actually want to work as a medium. And I didn't realize I was a medium for many years. I just thought I was seeing spirits every now and then. But when I lost two people very, very close to me, it was like, that's it. I'm developing this so I can stay in contact. And that was my truest inspiration to really, really develop my mediumship and be able to continue to be able to communicate with them and keep that relationship going. And to me, that really, really helped me alleviate my grief. It really helped me to find a new purpose and new passion for living. So for some of you, that might be the case. I'm feeling that it really is. When you miss somebody so much after they passed, it might be time for you to develop your own spiritual gifts and your own abilities for mediumship.
Rachie has a question.
Okay.
She says she wants to be able to talk to her Nan. And
Okay.
She was wondering if you did readings or if there's a way that you could communicate with her.
Oh, okay. So what is it? Rachie?
Rachie.
Rachie. Hi, Rachie. That's a great question. So I'm not doing readings on this show, on this broadcast. I do them in private sessions if you're interested at my website, dianapalm.com. I also have mediumship classes that I teach online if you're interested in developing. So what else was there in that, honey?
I think that was she wants to talk to her Nan.
Yeah, to talk to your Nan. Yeah, and also if you want to explore this on your own without a private session or without taking a course, look at some of my other videos that I have on my channel that can really help you. When I want to communicate with a loved one, it's real important for me to get in the mindset. So doing some sort of meditation where I'm literally slowing down my brain waves, helping myself to become more aware of my surroundings and just kind of emptying out my mind so that I'm not thinking constantly about, your to-do list and all that other stuff. It just makes you more open and receptive. So I do have a video, like I think I said it already, for learning. It's a meditation to help you communicate with spirit. And that one is really good. So you may want to start there to talk with your Nan, listen to that meditation and go through it.
Linking it right now.
Yeah, thank you. Lonnie's going to link that for you. I've had so many of my clients watch that video and tell me that it works for them. Like they literally were able to make contact with their loved one. So I know it's a good meditation. I know that people are benefiting from that and it's free. So check that out on my channel. Lonnie's going to link that for you in the chat. Okay.
Cassandra Silva says that her mom loves you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank your mother. Okay. I'm gonna need my glasses. You know what? That's part of it. I can't read my, so I only wear these when I read really tiny print. So let's see, it magnifies everything for me. Oh, okay. So I've been asking her to visit me in a dream every day, but not getting anything. Why is this? Okay. So sometimes when you've asked for communication and you're not getting anything, you actually might be receiving it and not remembering. I guarantee you that when you ask, your loved ones are making every attempt to reach you. So you might have actually some fear around it, and it might not be conscious. It might not be on a conscious level, but oftentimes we have subconscious blocks and fears around connecting with the afterlife. Many, many people that I work with, when they decide to develop their mediumship, the greatest number one fear is, but if I can see my loved one, will that mean I can see everything else that I don't want to see? And what they're referring to is all the creatures, the demons, the entities. And it's important to know that, okay, so there's lots of things in the universe, but essentially Creator created everything, right? So even if you do see things like that, it's important not to go into fear. You do open a door a little bit to the other side, to the spirit world. When the veil drops, you'll see everything. And it's important to have some wisdom about that. And that's why when I do teach people how to communicate with their loved ones, to stay in a, big white protective light, but also to not be in fear and to be able to easily clear things. I do talk about that in my book, Setting Spirits Free. It actually leads you step by step how to do that, so that if you're opening that doorway to the spirit world and you see anything you don't like, you can be able to get your connection, send it away, and then continue to move forward to communicate with your loved ones. So if you're experiencing a little bit of fear around that, you can ask your spirit guide team to keep anything that's not in your highest and best away from you, so that you're only communicating with your Nan and that you can trust that connection. You can actually ask your angels to help you with this and to help clear fear before you go to sleep, so that you're only ever connecting with beings of light, and in particular, your own loved ones.
I wonder how many people in the chat have actually had experiences and seen their loved ones.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'd love to see a show of hands. How many of you have had an afterlife visit from a loved one? And if so, was it a dream visit? Was it an apparition, a smell, a symbol, a sign? There's so many ways that your loved ones are trying to let you know that they're around. Let's see.
The last question we got was, do they forget us?
Oh my gosh, your loved ones never forget you. Never. Okay, so the most important thing is this: there's no time on the other side. So when I connect with my loved ones who pass, let's see, 2005 was a very significant loss. When I connect with that friend, he looks exactly the same. He's same excited to see me. It's like no time has passed, because it doesn't. There is absolutely no time difference on the other side. So we're the ones that feel like too much time has passed and maybe they forgot us. That's not the case. They don't want to interfere with you. So earlier, going back to that question we got earlier, sometimes we do get a lot of afterlife visits immediately after our loved ones die. And that's because they feel your grief and they want to make sure that you survive, that you get through the grief, that you find happiness again, that they want to see that you're on the healing path. So they concentrate a lot of their effort in ensuring that right away when they pass. And then they back up, they back away, so that you don't stay in that space. They want to give you your own time to heal and grow and find new direction. If they stay too close to you, they're afraid that you'll stay consumed in their energy and not get beyond their death. And their death is part of your life also. It's part of your life lessons. It's part of your spirit growth. So they do back up. They don't leave. They just back up enough for you to get your own thing going. And that's why they come back in. It's so easy for them to come back in and connect with you when you need them. So they'll always come back and reconnect, but they do want to let you have some time and space to kind of get your feet under you and get your new direction going. So that's important to know. They don't actually ever leave you, and they never, ever, ever forget you. Anything else, Lam?
Rachel says that she's seen mist, shadows, whispering, growling, lights flickering, and other things disappearing since she was young.
Okay. So if you're having stuff like that, mist, shadows, whispering, growling, it would really benefit you to learn how to clear your space. Of course, there's sage, you can burn sage, you can use frankincense, you can do a lot of things to elevate your environment. But when I find that somebody's really struggling with this, part of going through that spiritual attack is your growth spiritually. You probably have a lot of spiritual gifts. And often when we have experiences like that, it's an opening to our spiritual gifts and gaining our power and authority in using our spiritual gifts. So please make sure that you learn discernment, that you learn how to cross over, that you learn how to clear any kind of negative entities, that you know how to keep your spiritual vibration high, that you know how to do all these things so that you're literally mastering the spiritual energy around you. This is part of your path. When you're experiencing that, it's part of your path to learn and grow. So it's not like an attack where somebody might feel victimized. It's like, oh no, this is time for you to rise up, get your spiritual gifts, and really conquer it. Okay. You have a calling and you have some skills you were born with skills, but you have some skills to develop in order to master it and clear your environment. Okay.
We're at the 30-minute mark.
Okay. So let's see here. Yeah. And if you're interested in a course, that my mediumship course will teach you all these things. I also have another course on paranormal medium that teaches you how to specifically clear things that are of more of a dark nature or an unhealed nature. So all the links to all my online school and everything is on my website at dianapalm.com. So if that's something that interests you, you can check that out. Or in my book, Setting Spirits Free, it'll also lead you through a technique that you can use for that. Okay. So let's see what else we have. Are there any more questions?
How about attracting a soulmate? How does that work when it comes to the other side?
Okay, great. Oh, well, you know what? I love it. So there's so much to talk about with soulmates. Soulmates are so often with you in a past life. They're with you in the in-between lives also. And so sometimes you'll meet a soulmate where you've had 10 lifetimes together. Maybe this is your lifetime to work things out and finally be together. Sometimes it's just so familiar. They come in, maybe they were a brother before and they just come in to help you out in this life for a little while and then they leave. There's so many different connections. We literally have a soul family that we keep incarnating with, and we continue to play different roles to each other because we're always working on our soul development. So having different types of relationships with people allows us to grow as an individual and to be in the same group where we can see progress. So there are many, many different types of soulmates. When you've called in a specific soulmate, like the one that I focus on, is your highest potential soulmate. And this is the one where you really don't have karmic things to work out. The highest potential soulmate comes to you when you're in a space of self-love and you're really radiating and knowing your purpose. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It just means that you're not harboring a lot from the past and that you're actively creating abundant, loving life for yourself, and you're not living in a space of lack and loneliness. When people are coming from that space, they often call in something that's not in their highest good just to fill that void, and they end up kind of in a more of a karmic cycle where they're kind of filling a space, and then they're like, oh no, what did I call in? And then it takes years to get out of it or work through the things with that person. But even when that occurs, it's not a mistake. This is part of your life path also. You do want to stop having patterns like that. If you've recognized patterns in relationship that are not running healthy and not coming to fruition in a full, balanced, healthy relationship, it might be time to just take a little bit of break, work on healing some stuff in here, raise your spiritual love vibration by doing some really great things for yourself, not just self-care, but actually, more education, a better job, something to improve your financial well-being, your emotional stability, your spiritual alignment, all of that. Take a little bit of time for yourself and you'll see how easy it is to magnetize in your highest potential soulmate. And this is somebody that will literally be on the path with you, creating an amazing dynamic life. When you call in your highest potential soulmate, this is what most people would call a twin flame. This is a person that is literally agreed to come in your life when you're ready. They can't come in before that, okay? So when you're ready, they come in and they're on the path with you. And it's like a bulldozer because it's just knocking stuff out of the way so that you two can fulfill your purpose, not just together, but like in the world. It's a very powerful, dynamic couple. And if you feel a calling, like you really, really miss this person, this partner that you're supposed to do this with, it's time for you to heal some stuff so you can be ready. You can be ready for them and this relationship. More people like this are coming together now than ever before. I think some of the things going on in our society with COVID and with a lot of stuff people have been struggling with has been like a purging and a purification to really prepare people and get their soulmate in. So there's kind of like all the things we've been going through this last year has moved up the timeline and pushed people into healing. So if you've been stuck in depression or feeling worried about money, or you're feeling negative or lonely through isolation, keep in mind that this is part of the process. Take this time to do some of the healing that you need to do for your soul, because you're going to call in your partner. And when everything here starts to settle down and get more back to normal, it'll be very, very rapid coming together, very beautiful, harmonious relationship, and your life will take off to the next level, higher than it would have ever gone before. So even in that, COVID is something that's helpful in terms of the masses. It's really pushing people forward if they choose to do the healing work. So soulmates are available for everybody. Who wants to, can I see a show of hands? Who wants to call in their highest potential soulmate? Give me a heart if you're interested in that. And especially if you want to do this, we're going to choose somebody in a few minutes, Lon.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to choose somebody for the supercharged love charm bag. Yeah. Show us some hearts if you want to be in on this. I did give this one away on TikTok, and oh my God, it just went crazy. Everybody loved it. So I'm going to start giving these away. We made up a whole bunch of them one day and did some extra special magical stuff to it. So yeah, so whenever I pop on live, I'll try to have one that I can give away. So if you don't win it this time, don't worry. You'll have more opportunities. Okay, what else do we got? Oh, okay, so let's see, Marcia. So you were having a hard time. Oh, so you did get an afterlife message. Good. Yeah, and you weren't able to go to the cemetery. I know that's happening a lot with a lot of people. You know, so it's really important right now, being that so many of us aren't able to be with our loved ones when they're passing during COVID. Keep in mind that there's really, we think we're physical, right? But if you just close your eyes and tune in with your loved one, they will hear you, feel you, sense you, and their spirit will connect to you. The truth is there's really no time and distance. So for us, it's our thought patterns that make it difficult, because we think we can't be there in person. We're missing something. We're missing that closure, the final goodbye. If you just close your eyes and connect, it actually gives you the opportunity to step into the seat of being a medium almost, because that's what we do. As soon as we tune out to the physical environment, we're absolutely connected to the other side and to all living things. So when your loved one is getting ready to pass, if you're not able to be there, just close your eyes and have a communication with them. Send them your love. Send them your wishes for them. Tell them, I'm sorry I can't be there with you, but I want to surround you with my love. And you can literally project your love to them so that they feel you energetically when they're getting ready to pass. This can make such a dramatic difference in their experiences of if they're dying in isolation right now. Just project all your love to them and try to hold back from feelings of like, you know, you're sorry you can't be there, that kind of add more worry and stress to them. So just send a real strong, clear message of I love you, I'm thinking about you, I'm with you, I'm sending my energy to you, I'm sending my love to you, and make it really like a gift that they can receive. They will feel it. Every single person is so much more intuitive, and you will feel love when it's sent to you. Your loved ones will feel your love when you send it to them.
Can soulmates follow you from lifetimes?
Yes, soulmates can follow you from lifetime to lifetime, of course. Oh my goodness. So sometimes when I do crystal grid work and I bring people back into past lives and have them connect in and see what their lives were about, they often find out that this is like their fourth lifetime with a particular person, a mate. And they're like, when are we going to get it right? You know, and sometimes it's not just about getting it right. Sometimes you just thoroughly enjoyed them so much in a past life that you want to have another do-over. You want to do it again in this life. Sometimes it's fun to find each other again. And sometimes it's fun to come together and do it different and have different roles and see what kind of tools are available in this particular realm, you know. So yes, absolutely. I think it's really important to know so often your soulmates have been with you before, and not just in one lifetime, probably many, but also, like I said before, they're with you in the in-between lifetime. And when you do have somebody that's destined to come in, there has been an agreement in between lives where you've decided to find each other in this life. So you'll absolutely know, you'll recognize your soulmate. There's like a signature or an energy that feels so familiar and really special. It's different than other people you meet that you're attracted to. It's just more of like a familiar, warm kind of bond. And the relationship is usually very smooth and takes off very quickly.
A good example of that is the movie What Dreams May Come, where they have the repeating lifetimes
Oh,
together.
yes, yeah. My daughter just said, watch the movie What Dreams May Come. That's a great example. Okay, do we have any more questions? Let's see. Okay. Oh, oh, I don't know how to say your name. Zorora? I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name correctly. I see all your hearts. Okay, great. So she wants some love. Yes. Good. I see lots of people in here. Okay. I miss my sister. Oh, okay. Okay. So the one about losing your sisters, that they passed before you were even born. I'd love to tell you this because like, so if your mom had some miscarriages and the babies didn't come in, or if they passed before you were here, they're still connected to you. They're still part of your family. I often encourage people to still celebrate them, like make a little cupcake. You know, you said they were sisters, so I always say make a little pink cupcake on their date. And it maybe, you know, if there's a significant date. So if they're miscarried, maybe your mom still knows those dates, or you could just select a different one and make it up and have a special sister day. But do recognize them. When there has been a miscarriage or an infant death, those children, they want to stay with the family, and they do act a lot like the guardian angel. They do act a lot, well, what they actually are is the spirit guardian. So they stay with the family as a guardian spirit, and they really, really want to help you. So even though you didn't get to meet them when you were growing up, and you didn't get to be bonded with them as sisters in life, they're still with you. So open up a little bit to that, and I think you're going to find that you've had sisters all along, that they're still with you, and that you can connect with them. Start just talking to them and kind of open up your energy to, you know, what they're like and what they help you with. I think sister relationships are really special. I come from a huge family, so I know that kind of longing to have sisters. And don't think that you missed out on them just because you didn't know them. They're still with you. Okay. What do they usually do in heaven? Well, like I said, the time is different. So what I do when I connect with loved ones in heaven is I always ask them to show me. And what they're actually doing is something very similar to what they did in life. They're doing what they most enjoyed. So I've got one friend in spirit who's boating all the time. He's on the river, he's boating, he's getting tan. He also shows me that he's eating and drinking and doesn't have to worry about gaining weight, which he loves. He was always just a little bit concerned about his weight. So yeah, he's always very enthusiastic and excited to show me. He's like, look at this diet. I can eat, I can drink, and I can be in the sun all the time. And, you know, so he can't get enough of it. But it's like, for him, like one long happy moment. It's not like he has to stop boating and go to work or go to sleep, or and he doesn't even have to feel like he's being pulled away. If I want to connect with him and he's in spirit and he's boating, he can connect with me like that. And it doesn't take away from what his energy is experiencing. So your loved ones in heaven are doing what they most loved as well. They've created this for themselves where it's all their favorite things. It's their best self. It's their best creation. And everyone has a little bit of a different version in heaven.
All right.
Okay, anything else? Oh,
Any
my
last questions before we pick the winner?
oh, wait 1 second. So Carol also, her twin sister. Oh, twin sisters died right after birth. Oh, okay. You're like,
Oh.
yeah. So also do the same what we were just talking about. Have a special little pink cupcake day for your sisters. Invite them to be part of your life. Let them know that you're now aware that they're around and start to be open and receptive to some signs that they send you. And I'm feeling like lots of pink energy, actually, lots of little girl energy and lots of really sweet, sweet sister energy. So, yeah, be sure that you just let them know that that you love them and that they are on your mind, and see what kind of I keep seeing like little magical sprinkles and pink things showing up everywhere. So pay attention to that. It's a big day for sisters. That's sweet. Sisters in heaven. So I have a sister in heaven. So, that's nice to know that they are still with you. You may not always feel them as strongly as you would a friend, because a family member, a sister in particular, will have a very similar vibration to you. So it's not like they're walking in and shifting the energy in the room. Their energy may feel a lot like yours. It's very subtle, but very sweet. And you can really learn to tune in with that by just sitting quietly, and again, just kind of clearing your mind or doing a meditation like the one I talked about earlier. That would be very helpful for you to meet your sisters in spirit and let them know how open you are to communicating, and kind of catch up with them in this kind of safe space that I've created in the meditation. So check out that video we were talking about earlier. And you posted that, Lonnie?
Yes.
Okay, she shared it in the chat here. So check that out. Yeah, it's a free video. The meditation will help you to get your connection with your sisters. Okay. Anything else here? Well, we've got a whole bunch of people with hearts, Lonnie.
Yeah. We really do. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. Thank you so much for
thank
sharing
you.
your stories and telling us about those that you've lost. We do
Yeah.
have a lot of hearts, a lot of people that are interested in soulmates and finding new love and
Yes.
attracting soulmates from previous lifetimes, just to kind of reconnect with them and have a good time in this life.
Yeah, and it's really helpful to like really have that as your intention, to really clarify that if you're drawing in your soulmate, be specific that you want your highest potential soulmate. Be specific, like start affirming, I'm healed, I'm healthy, I'm ready. I've prepared my life, and the more you can fill your life in your home with this abundance of love, the more you're actually setting in this energy that attracts it to you, rather than coming from, I'm looking for it, I need it, I want it. No, come into here with wholeness and completion and attract it in. It will come in for you. I promise it will. It's very, very powerful, but come from a whole completed space and allow it to come in for you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Well, are we ready to pick?
Oh, so wait, we've got one more. Couldn't see the link in the chat. Any chance you can post it again?
Oh, is that for the meditation?
Yeah, I think that's for the meditation.
Absolutely.
Yep. So Lonnie's going to go ahead and post that again for you. Yeah, let me know what you think about that, please. Like I said, a lot of people have really gained really good connection with their loved ones in spirit after doing that meditation. Most of them on the first one, but if it doesn't work for you in the first one, do it again. Sometimes it can take a little bit of practice because you're raising your vibration to get into the realm of spirit. So your communication during this process is real. It's real spirit communication. It really is your loved ones communicating. So sometimes it can take a time or two just to get used to raising that vibration and being open and receptive, but it will work for you. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sending all your love. Oh my gosh, 2 a.m. Well, thank you for staying up so late with us. We're about ready to tune off here. We're going to give away our magical little charm bag for love. I'll let Lonnie, I think you're selecting somebody right now.
I I'm looking at all the hearts, trying to see who's looking for soulmates, looking for love here.
Yeah.
Just posted that meditation in the chat. So
Good. Thank you.
yeah.
Also, I have keep an eye out for my new book. It's not published yet. It will be published soon, and I definitely will do an announcement, but it's called The Love Book. And it's all about really kind of fine-tuning your energy and attracting in your highest potential soulmate. So I'm really excited to get that one out pretty soon, upcoming. So I'll let you know as soon as it's ready.
All right. I'm not sure how to say your name. I don't want to butcher it, but I think it's Marie Chris.
Okay. All right, good. So yes, say her name again, or send her, type it in the chat, honey.
All right.
Lonnie's going to type her name because I'm sorry, we apologize. We're not very good at pronouncing different names, and so we apologize about that. Oh, you got it. Okay. So yep, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to have Lonnie contact you, sweetie, if you can give her your email or send her something where she can connect with you to get your address. We're going to get this in the mail for you, and let me know how it works for you, because like I said, it's just tiny, but sometimes tiny little things are full of magic and surprises. So it's very potent.
All right.
Okay, are we all done?
I believe so.
Okay. If you are interested in developing your skills as an intuitive medical medium or as a healer, I do have a Theta healing class coming up October 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The class is going to be available. It's live, but it's on Zoom. So it is available to people in all countries. I've already got people signed up from Australia and from different places. So I know some people will be in a nighttime zone. They're like sleeping during the day to be awake at night so that they can take the class with me. If that's something you're interested in, this is a certification course, and it will open up so many of your spiritual gifts and abilities for healing. So I absolutely love the class. It's called Basic Theta Healing. And again, it's on my website. Everything's on my website. So you can check it out there if you're interested. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I hope that my advice towards love and the afterlife was helpful. Please let me know what else you're interested in, because I do intend to go live some more, and I want to make sure that I can help answer some questions that you have about both love and the afterlife. So if we didn't reach it today, if you have more questions or more things that you want to ask me, please put that in the comments below this video. I'll review it before I go live again and see if we can cover some more questions that you have. Okay.
All right. I'm just going to pass along our information here because I'm trying to figure out how to direct message her from the chat.
Okay.
So she can win the charm bag. So I'm just going to say, if she wants to message you on Facebook.
Or can you send her your email address?
Or you know what? I'll just do that. Yeah, I'll send her my email
Okay.
address. So if you want to win the charm bag, that way you don't have to post your information in the chat.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah, we don't want you to post your information in the chat. Lonnie's going to send you her email address, and if you can just email her, that'll keep it private, and then we'll have your address that we can send the charm bag to you. So congratulations on winning. Let us know how well it works for you. And everyone else, remember the journey, right? If you have some opportunities to travel, take it. If you have someone you really want to go, keep your mind on that and allow unexpected money to come in for you. And if your journey is deeper into yourself or deeper into your love and relationship, wow, what a beautiful journey it is. So we're all on this together, and no matter what it looks like outside or with what's going on in the world, we're all on a journey together. And it's a delight being here with you today and being on this journey. So tune in next time, send me your questions, and everyone, until then, have a wonderful day. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for being here.
Wonderful.